My secret: 50 chickens, 0 expenses, and plenty of profit in your pocket. Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. If you've ever dreamed of making your money really work for you, of having your own food source without it costing an arm and a leg, and maybe even putting some extra cash in your pocket, then stick around. Today, I'm going to reveal my best-kept secret: how I live almost without spending a dime thanks to my 50 pampered chickens. You don't need to be an agricultural expert or own a huge farm. With a little creativity and ingenuity, you can do it. 2. Forget those stories about massive chicken coops. Here, I'll show you that the key is smarts, not just quantity. Let's get right to it. The master trick: let your chickens find their own sustenance. We all know what it's like to stretch every coin. That's why the first golden rule is, let your chickens work for their food. No more buying endless bags of expensive feed. Our chickens are smarter than you think. If you give them space in your yard, they're like little bug vacuums. They'll gobble up insects, stray pests, any little worm that crosses their path, and if you have a little corner with weeds, they'll happily clear it out for you. But here's the special touch: the organic waste vertical farm. Grab a couple of old plastic containers, poke some holes in them, and start tossing in vegetable scraps, eggshells, coffee grounds. It's a free buffet that attracts larvae like magnets. Those larvae are pure power for your chickens, packed with protein so they can lay those beautiful, valuable eggs. And the best part? You didn't spend a single cent, and if you have a small patch of land, plant what they love. A few purslane plants, some sweet potato leaves, even some squash seeds you had left over. That grows on its own with the sun, and your happy chickens will have a feast. It's like having a mini garden just for your birds. So, my friend, forget the worry of expensive feed. With these tricks, your chickens will eat like queens without hurting your wallet. Turning eggs into profit without additional investment. Having chickens at home isn't just for breakfast, it's a business opportunity. But don't just sell a dozen eggs at the usual market price. Here's the master play: the Happy Yard egg. Present them that way, with a simple label stating they're from free-range chickens, raised with love and no chemicals. People value natural products, and they're willing to pay a little more for that quality. What if I told you that you could exchange those eggs for other things you need? A pound of fruit from your neighbor, some vegetables from the guy down the street, even some artisanal bread from the local baker. Bartering never fails. You reduce your expenses and strengthen ties with your community. Now, if you want to see those profits grow, raise chicks your own way. If you have a rooster and some broody hens, let them work their magic. You don't need expensive incubators. A well-lined cardboard box with a small lamp for warmth, and that's it. Chicks sell very well at farmers' markets or among acquaintances. It's pure profit with no initial investment. And don't forget the blessed chicken manure. That chicken gold is pure gold for your plants. Dry it in the sun, put it in recycled bags, and sell it to neighbors with beautiful gardens. It's an extra income that comes directly from your hard-working chickens. The homemade chicken coop with pure recycling. We're experts at making do with what we have on hand, and the chicken coop won't be an exception. Forget about buying expensive structures. The key is ingenuity and recycling. Go look for old wooden pallets that businesses discard. They're like free building blocks, with a few nails, some leftover wire, and get to work. Build the structure. If it's hot in your area, leave spaces for air to circulate so your chickens stay cool. Another brilliant idea is the mobile chicken coop. Grab some old wheelbarrow wheels, a rustic wooden frame, and some chicken wire you have lying around. You'll have a chicken coop that you can move all over your property. This way, the chickens always have fresh grass to peck at, and they'll fertilize the ground for you without you doing anything. Double benefit. For nests, any old wooden box or wicker basket will do. You can make feeders and waterers from recycled plastic bottles or any plastic containers you have on hand. Nothing goes to waste here. With creativity and effort, your chickens will live happily and you won't spend a cent on infrastructure. That's how it's done. Free food. How I turn my yard into a buffet for birds. Instead of thinking about buying feed, think about turning your yard into a homemade feast for your chickens. It's easier than you imagine. Chickens are happy pecking at what they find. If you have a little corner with weeds, let them explore. They'll devour purslane, watercress, any green leaf they fancy. It's free, natural food. Take advantage of any old pot or container you have to plant some cilantro, parsley, or squash. They love them, and they're useful for your own cooking too. It's like having a mini garden at home for your birds. And don't underestimate the power of well-used kitchen scraps, fruit peels, vegetable skins, leftover rice. All of that is pure gold for your chickens. They transform it into energy and good eggs. You reduce waste and feed your animals for free. That's how you live smartly and without spending. The powerful fertilizer. Nature gives you and generates income. You already know chicken manure isn't waste. It's a treasure for your garden. Instead of throwing it away, use it to make your plants grow strong and yield delicious fruits. Just spread it on the soil and you'll see the difference. Your vegetables, your flowers, your trees will thank you immensely. You'll save a ton of money on chemical fertilizers. And if you have more than you need, get creative. Dry it well, find some recycled plastic bags, and offer that organic fertilizer to neighbors who love their gardens. Many are looking for natural alternatives and will be happy to buy that black gold from you. It's a simple way to earn extra money without much effort. So now you know, your chickens not only give you eggs, they also give you the secret to having an enviable garden and an additional source of income. Turn your passion into profit. Stress-free sales strategies. Now that your chickens are producing like champions, it's time for that production to turn into tangible profit, without you having to complicate your life like a professional salesperson. First, word of mouth in your community. Tell your neighbors, your friends, the people at the bakery that you have happy eggs and top-quality organic fertilizer. Word of mouth is invaluable. Offer a sample, a neighborly discount, anything that creates that personal connection. Second, use social media your way. You don't have to be an influencer with thousands of followers. Create a chat group with people in your building or community. Post nice photos of your chickens, your fresh eggs, your plants blooming thanks to the fertilizer. An image is worth 1,000 words, especially if it makes people hungry or a little envious. Offer combos, special promotions for group members. It's like having your own virtual market. Third, direct sales to your neighbors. If you have a couple of chickens and a few dozen eggs, the easiest thing to do is go knocking on doors in your neighborhood. How about, "Hi neighbor, I have fresh, happy chicken eggs, and if you buy a dozen, I'll give you a surprise." That's sure to get you several customers. You don't even need to create a sign or anything complicated. Just knock on doors, flash a big smile, and your neighbors will be happy to support your small venture. And if you have excess manure or compost, don't. Keep it all. There are people who buy it to fertilize their gardens. Offer your natural fertilizer to local gardeners or people with home gardens. Call nearby gardening stores or ask in urban farming and gardening forums. This is an easy market to capture if you approach it with a positive attitude. But I want you to understand that sometimes selling doesn't just mean money. It means exchanging. Offer your eggs or products for what you need. Need fresh vegetables? Trade a carton of eggs for a couple of lettuces. Need bread? Make a deal with the local baker. Bartering can save you a lot of money while expanding your network. In the end, selling what your chickens produce doesn't have to be complicated. You just need to know where and how to offer it with a little spark and good vibes. The most fun part is that your chickens are already giving you everything you need to get started. Conclusion. So, there you have it. My secret to turning your chickens into a business that saves you money and even earns you a little extra. Remember, it's all about being creative and making the most of what you already have. You don't have to be a genius to make your chickens work for you. Just a touch of ingenuity and a lot of good vibes. If you're eager for more ideas and practical tips to make your life more profitable, follow me on the channel. It's full of key information for creating small agricultural businesses that have the potential to become giant enterprises. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Success, and until next time.